everyone, this is Carrie TV. If you haven't seen this channel before, this is all the ins, outs, ups, downs, latest trends, hottest deals for buying, selling, and investing in real estate in Los Angeles. Every week we bring new information and the inside track to get you the best deals and the most for your home and the best investments in Los Angeles. So subscribe below and stay tuned. The headlines are absolutely killing us lately. You know, it is an interesting time to be in this world. We are all doing the best we can, making sense of everything coming at us. And unfortunately, a lot of the headlines that they're putting out there are not completely, not that they're not the facts, but they're misleading. Now, of course, the news is so important, but the news agenda in 2020 is really selling something, whether it's their political side or an advertisement or just the fact that you're tuning in or reading. And the more negativity that they can bring to you, the more likely you're going to click on it. Now, the real facts of what's going on in the market per se, or how this data is being interpreted, is not really forthcoming, or you really have to go the next step to understand it. And we're all busy people, so a lot of times we see the headline and we move on. So I'm going to touch in a little bit what's going on. We're almost in August here, August this weekend. Isn't that bananas? So the showings themselves, which I've talked about every week, have been going up, have been increasing since the pandemic started. We had a big decline, which I've discussed, but since then they have been going up and up dramatically every week. We are now, right now, up 21% nationally on showings. So you can see here, this graph, what the levels were like in January, the big dip in March and April, and how they have skyrocketed up to 21% nationally right now. Now, they're saying that 87% of sellers are scared to sell their homes because of the pandemic, which absolutely, if you don't want strangers in your home, you don't have to have them. But the majority of sellers out there think that no houses are selling, when in fact 372,000 homes sold last month in America. For the 10th straight week, we have seen mortgage applications rise, which we'll show you a slide here. That means that people are either seeing houses and applying for mortgages, or applying for mortgages and are about to see houses. You've got all these people from the spring market that haven't bought yet, or a big chunk of them, because sales declined about 40%. So now those people, along with the summer buyer, are trying to get into homes, which leads me to my point about some of the multiple offers we're experiencing. So this past week has been probably the craziest week of my entire career. We wrote on a house in Santa Monica for $2.1 million that had 8 offers on it. We wrote on a house in West LA for $1.6 million that had 34 offers on it. And I mentioned that on my Instagram story, and 2 agents I know also wrote on that property. 34 offers. We also wrote on another house in Hancock Park for 1.6 that had 24 offers, and they were going about 1.9 at that point. In addition to the showings, the mortgages, the myths that are out there, is also the housing market recovery index. So we are at a baseline of 100. We're at 101. So that shows you that from January, February, we are almost right exactly where the housing market recovery index would be, leading to higher prices than pre-pandemic. So we're seeing really interesting things happening. New listings are down 20% year over year. So way more demand, mortgage applications are increasing, rates are extremely low, and you have less properties to sell. And one of the last things about headlines I wanted to discuss was the unemployment rates. The headline was 51 million people have filed for unemployment. Holy cow, that is a scary number, and that's hard to stomach. The reality is only 16.2 are currently unemployed. Not that that's a low number, or not that that's not important. It's extremely important, and it's very sad to hear. What's important is looking at the relation of 51 million that have applied versus 16.2 that are currently unemployed. Those are the stats and the data that we need to look at when it comes to our finances and our housing and what's going on in our financial world. Now, another fact which is broken down, which is still very sad, is that 65% of the people that are unemployed right now, 65% are under 25. So you have a large amount of unemployed workforce that aren't in the housing sector buying right now, whether they're still living with their parents or renting. This isn't the factor this isn't the group of people that we see buying. So I'm getting calls from buyers that are talking about lowballing or trying to get a good deal right now, and it's just not happening. I don't know what exactly will happen in a year or two from now, but right now we are seeing pretty consistent numbers that prices are rising, and they're about 7% over last year. They're said to keep going up from all the major resources. So my job is informing you. I like to do it with a smile, but there's a lot of things happening in the world. But as far as the housing sector goes, if you are looking to move up, we've got strategies for that. Have no fear. And if you're a first-time buyer, we can give you all the tools and tricks and things that we do to help. So that is the story today, this week. Thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions about this, I'm always here. Cheers, guys.